Hello, and thank you for your interest in the GRC Business Internship Program. My name is Homer Babbitt. I'm a social studies teacher here at Green Run Collegiate. I manage this program along with my colleague, Ms. Christy Presler, who also is in the social studies department teaching finance and psychology. Ms. Presler and myself are career switchers, which gives us an interesting insight into managing the business internship program because we both have had extensive dealings with the business world before becoming teachers. Uh, the business internship program is for juniors and seniors only. For the seniors, it's a 2-week experience where they'll be in a business, getting to do a mix of hands-on work with some job shadowing. And the junior experience is just a 1-day job shadowing experience where they'll go into an industry of their choosing and get to see what it's like for a day to work and be part of that industry. On the left in green, you can see many of the organizations that we have partnered with in the last 3 years. There's some other organizations that we have relationships with as well. And on the right are the industries that Ms. Presler, myself, and the school have good relationships with and are usually pretty easy to get student placements in. If your student is interested in an industry or a business that's not here, we're always open to creating a new relationship. So just have them come and talk to us and we'll see what we can do. Student qualifications, of course, grades. They have to be passing all of their classes on applying for the program and maintain those grades, of course. Behavior and attendance, I think, kind of go without saying. One thing that is key is they have to have passed all of their SOL requirements because this experience will be conducted when SOL testing is happening. So if they have any SOL tests they haven't passed, previous to their junior or senior year, they may not be qualified to or able to participate in this program. And then additionally, there's a series of prep workshops, 4 meetings that students will have to attend, and I'll go over those in just a little bit. In addition to the requirements I've already mentioned, students have to have teacher recommendations. While in the program, they have to maintain their grades and attend all meetings. And there will be some mandatory after-school meetings where they'll be more like trainings for the students. And then there are 2 mandatory evening meetings, that one of which is the parent interest meeting, which I'll talk about more, and then a kind of a pairing or a meet and greet night where students will get to meet their sponsor. And then they are required to complete a presentation at the end of their experience. And I'll have more on that in just a second. Some of the meeting topics for the mandatory meetings that I discussed, they go over all the things that are important for students to understand how to be successful in the business world, from dress to communication, how to write a casual business email to how to write a formal business email, when to use social media. We even have a thing on what happens if they get invited to a business lunch. What do they do with their napkins and their knives and forks, and then how do they act at the table? And then also we coach them on how to create relationships while they're in their internship program. We've had many students leave these programs with actually a very good mentor in the industry, and so teaching them all kinds of tricks on how to build relationships when they're with them and maintain those relationships when they leave that business. And then we also, the business planning, give the students a sense of how businesses actually operate. Every business has a budget. How does that budget work within the business? What is a controller? What does the business office do versus marketing? And all the different aspects of a business and how it runs. So they have at least a little bit of terminology and understanding before they walk into a business environment. For the schedule at the moment, there's going to be 2 student interest meetings, one November 19th after school, which is a Wednesday, which is a Scholar Central Day. So students, or sorry, that's a Thursday, which is a Scholar Central Day, so students can come to this meeting and then go on for Scholar Central tutoring, or go to the quiet room if they need to wait for the activity bus. The meeting itself will probably take only 45 minutes, possibly an hour, depending on how many questions students have. And the December 4th meeting is a Wednesday. If one lunch returns, this will be a one lunch meeting. However, if one lunch doesn't return, it will become an after-school meeting at 2:10. Both meetings will be in room 110. Anyways, we look forward to seeing your students there. And they don't have to apply necessarily to come to this meeting. They can come to just learn more about the program. On January 8th, we have Parent Information Night. Hopefully we'll get to meet you, the parent, along with your students. This is an opportunity for the parents to learn more about the program, get to meet Ms. Presler and myself, and learn more about the program. Then there'll be a series of mandatory meetings, which we've already discussed, that the students will have to attend. But then April 22nd will be the business pairing night, where students and parents can come and meet the business sponsor, the person that, or at least one of the people that your student will be working with while on the internship program. And then for the seniors, the internships will go from May 18th to May 29th. And then for the juniors, this is a little bit of a tentative date, but June 1st will likely be the job shadowing day for juniors. And then all students who participate in the program will be required to come to the closing dinner with parents, if possible, on June 2nd, where they will give a presentation. This is always a fun evening where we get to hear insights from the students, and usually have a presentation with pictures from their internship. We get a sense of what they did and how much they grew in the experience. If your student is interested, you can scan this QR code to apply to the program. If you have any questions about the application, you can reach out to Ms. Presler. Her email is listed on this slide. You could also reach out to me, Mr. Babbitt. My email is here. Ms. Presler, although she does help out with some of the placements and stuff, she's the one who's in charge of the application. And I'm the one who's mostly in charge of placements. So if you have questions about placements, the types of businesses you want to go into or be paired into, you can reach out to me. And for the application itself, reach out to Ms. Presler. However, both of us can answer questions about either. So anyway, we look forward to seeing students at the student information sessions, and then parents at the parent information night.